Cheers, everybody. Happy belated Thanksgiving. Welcome to a self-care giveaway live stream that is sponsored by WBM. Carrie's going to be getting some cookie on, another version of self-care. We got the Christmas tree set up. We're going to be going over that.
We did sugar cookies this week.
We're going to go over our giveaway package to be able to have some self-care routines. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that one. Hang into the end of the stream. I'm going to get all of our other platforms set up for the stream. We'll give it a couple minutes to let everybody kind of trickle on in, and then we're going to go over the ground rules for the giveaway, how you can win the prize, as well as everything we're going to be talking about and breaking things down and just catching up. Misha's going to be hanging out with us. You might even get a pretty good shot of Misha here.
Yeah.
Because she wants to hang.
Here, Misha, check out these
I've been
cookies.
moving all weekend, and she wants to, like,
yeah.
She's like, what? Huh?
Yeah.
All right. So we got this one going. Boom. We'll get this one going. Boom. And voila. Welcome, everybody, on all the other platforms. Let's see how our internet holds up.
Yeah.
If you guys see any delays or lagging, let me know. If the audio starts to get a little wonky, let me know. We'll adjust accordingly. But again, for everybody that just joined the live stream or that you may be joining, check out what we got here. Voila, we got our skincare self-care giveaway line. This is for both men, women, whomever, whatever you identify as. Take care of your skin. These are going to be some essential ingredients. We've covered them in past live streams, so I wanted to do this as a giveaway. We're going to go over why we're even giving this away and how you might be able to utilize it. So I'll go throw this information in the chat as well. Also, this is going to be the first Santa race of the year.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Carrie gets to see what a Santa race is. For those of you that are uninitiated, unaware, you'll get to see what a Santa race is. And we'll be having lots of fun, hopefully, while we're doing it.
Sounds like a jolly good time.
Yeah. So what I'm going to type in the chat too is if you want to join the giveaway, all you got to do is just comment that you're in or your name. So for everyone on the other platforms, if you want to use your username and you don't want to use your actual name, just comment I'm in. If you want to actually use your name, just comment your name and I'll put that you're in. We're going to comprise a list. And at the end of the giveaway, we get our Santa race on, and whoever wins, you guys will be able to redeem the prize, which is going to be over a $65 self-care giveaway line from our partners at WBM and Natural Solutions line. So I'm pumped about that. And maybe, so Carrie, one of the things I thought would be interesting is why we're even doing this giveaway in the first place. Because of the products that's awesome with self-care, aligns with a healthy lifestyle. That would be an interesting picture for you to talk about. Originally, I would have you use these, or I would even use them. But there's a reason we're not to deter you guys from this, but to have full transparency on why we're doing this giveaway in the first place.
Yeah. So I basically have this pretty crazy rule by most standards that I don't put anything on my skin that I wouldn't eat. So a lot of the ingredients are good on the spectrum of ingredients that you'll find in self-care products, but just don't meet my quite rigorous standards of edible. So because I wouldn't eat any of this stuff, I don't put it on, I don't do makeup. I don't have any kind of like, beauty aesthetic for
or
lack
concerns,
of
maybe.
Yeah. I don't have any kind of beauty aesthetic. So I just feel that these products would better serve someone else. Like if any guys out there want to win your wife or your girlfriend or your mom,
someone you care about.
You care about a nice little Christmas gift, or for those of you women that want to try out these products, I think this will be a really nice opportunity for you guys, especially considering the season. And I really only ever put like coconut oil or shea butter on my face. So I'm just super, what's the word? I'm like a, I don't know, skincare snob.
Yeah, you got that skincare snob. I would say like more of like a water snob, but that's where you can translate. Yes. Which share that as well.
I'm also picky about my water. I'll only drink from a natural spring or a well that runs from a natural spring, or spring water that's bottled. But it's not my preference. So yeah, kind of a water snob and a skincare product snob. But for those of you who do depend on skincare products, or for those of you who use them regularly or have really sensitive skin products that can be more gentle, WBM has you covered.
Boom. So I'm going to slide this in the back. It's perfect.
Nice.
Placement right there, y'all. Oh, yes. Yeah. You know what you're getting for your giveaway. This will be kind of background the whole time so you guys can kind of know. Yeah, there's 4. But what I was thinking about throwing in, so I'm letting you guys, I want you to comment. Wherever you're watching this, let me know if you want me to throw in our scented lotion. What's up, Delbert? Delbert's in. Bring on the skincare. I got you in, dude. Yeah. So I'm thinking about throwing in. We'll pick one of your favorite scents, or I might even throw. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't want to throw. I want to use this. I want some of it. But I also want you guys to be able to have stuff too. So maybe that's a fun way to keep you guys entertained and what flavor, or I shouldn't say flavor, but what scent or aromatic component would you be attracted to with our lotion? So I'll put this back here too, so you guys can kind of see that. And I'm also going to pull up our Sancho race to start collecting names.
Did you already highlight the products in the so?
I did. I only highlighted one of them, so we're going to keep cycling through, which is a non-Instagram. Hang on, we'll be right back. I got the serum, so we're going to go to the Restoring Night Cream, which is part of the giveaway set. So I'm going to highlight all the products we have in the giveaway. We've got the Restoring Night Cream. Again, all these we haven't even unboxed. It's something that I thought you guys would hopefully really enjoy and appreciate. So
I think we just opened them to smell them, but we didn't like.
And I'll even let you kind of like play with that while I get everything set up. Tell me your thoughts. Even on like, again, minus, even though you wouldn't get it, like,
yeah,
overall thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, it has really good stuff in it. There's like low alcohol, parabens, it's rich with shea butter, almond oil, sunflower, wheat germ oil, macadamia oil, jojoba oil, vitamin E. It has a lot of really nice flower essences, so natural scents. So it's just that, you know, some of the ingredients in here, like the first ingredient is water, second ingredient, triethylene, glycerin, butyrospermum, or shea butter. That's right. Cetyl alcohol, olive fruit oil, dimethicone, glycerin 26, myristol, myristate. So it's like
exciting.
There's some good in there, but there's other stuff just mixed in that I on the skincare products, and this one being more gentle, better ingredients. This is high up there. So I'm just, oh man, I just ripped the box.
No, so if you guys get it,
yeah, I like can't even open this without.
I'm just gonna type in here too.
But just know, just evidence. I don't think we've even. Looks like I tried to do the same thing and I was having trouble. So, but between all the essential oils and flower extracts that are in there, I'm sure it smells lovely. So yeah.
Boom. All right, so we kind of got the ground rules covered. Just comment, guys, if you want to enter on all the other platforms. But here's the caveat. If you want to actually win, when we do our Santa race, you have to be on Amazon because that's where I'm going to screen share, and that's how you're going to know if you won or not. So you can hang out wherever you are now, but when it's time to do the giveaway, which is going to be at the end of last stream at some point, 100% wins, so you guys have to stay tuned. You want to be on Amazon. So we're going to go from the night cream now to
apps to the Amazon, so it's easy for you guys can just like click.
And now we got the eye cream. Oh yes, we got this one.
Yeah.
Eye gel, anti-wrinkle eye gel. Again, I don't want to go too crazy with packing all of them, but so you guys can kind of see messing up the box too much here. It's gonna be part of the fun giveaway. Kind of want to smell. Oh yeah, this was the roller one. So that just the cooling component's nice. So even like I literally took any of the ingredients in there. I just put like magnesium oil. I would love, just because the cooling compression on the face, as well as whatever else I'm going to use in here, with the ingredients, again, helping with wrinkles, fine lines. Again, this is not my specific forte, but that's why Carrie's kind of tagged me in. I thought if you guys have particular questions, let me know. I'll gladly go over them. But if you want to tag in and win this, all you got to do is comment. Just say I'm in, giveaway, or put your name. I'll put you on the list.
It says brighten and tighten eye skin on it. So yeah, that's what you're looking for.
Man. All right, so we got our night cream covered. We got the eye roller covered. Do we want to go amino acid facial cleanser or the advanced facial essence? I'm going to let you guys pick. We'll take a minute, and we're just going to kind of shoot the breeze. Is that an expression?
Might be.
Something about the breeze, right?
Yeah.
Instead of shoot the ish, we'll shoot the breeze.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Talk about what's been going on.
Yeah, so I'm gonna kind of fill you guys in since Thanksgiving. First off, hope you guys had an awesome Thanksgiving. Wilbur, how was your Thanksgiving?
It's nice being pregnant on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, this was actually, I think, like the food was amazing, like really good. So there's nothing about the food. I think this was the least I ate on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So I wasn't like really that hungry until way later in the after like 10 o'clock.
I never go crazy on Thanksgiving. I'm always like, I always like get a plate and do a little tiny, like really like a kid size plate and everything. So I get everything in, and then I like try everything, and then I eat what I like, and then I usually don't go back for seconds. So I just chill until the pie is served. So
yeah,
I play it safe. I've never had to like unbutton my pants for Thanksgiving.
That's the routine move, for the most part. But I think that's always an interesting concept is when you eat to a point because it's like a holiday, right? It's this day,
right?
So I'm gonna push past this threshold. That's a very slippery slope.
Yeah.
Not that I've not done it, I do it pretty consistently, but even this year was an interesting opportunity to kind of reflect on that too.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a thing since I was like a teenager, but not everybody feels this way, but I honestly hate the feeling full. Like feeling full feels so unpleasant to me in my body that I like will avoid it. You know, even if I'm like, oh, this is my favorite meal, like I love to eat it, I'll stop and just be like, let me wait because I don't want to feel full. Because usually if I feel full, I want to move, I don't want to do anything, I feel sluggish, and like just generally slows everything down, and that's not usually how I want to be operating. So I just avoid overeating, and
Want to try one?
Easy for me. No, I've smelled them all, and they're all amazing.
So I'm gonna try a new one today.
My favorite one is the rose.
Yeah, this one I haven't done. I'll make sure whatever I send you guys though that you get to pick, it's gonna be an unopened. It's gonna be one that I am gonna totally open and put on because just went to the weekend of moving, jitsu, working out, and went to the sauna house with a little bit of self-care. And it's gonna be a little dry after getting out of the shower. So I'm totally gonna moisturize it up. And again, this is going to be like a little bonus I'm going to throw in for the self-care giveaway, getting your emotion on. And I want to like just take a moment of why self-care I feel like keeps coming up. And it's one of those things that we were talking about even before, at least for me and from my experience working with fighters and athletes and like just male clients across the board. Self-care has a very particular shape and feel for most people, at least most men that I've worked with. And it tends to look around like getting a massage, sitting on the couch, maybe playing golf. That tends to be it in the most general senses of it. And sometimes
just like sometimes even just like sitting back and drinking beer.
Yeah, right.
You know, like there's a lot of people that routine after work and sit down on the couch, drink a beer, have a meal, and that's like their self-care for the day. You know, take a shower.
Exactly. So inviting something different with our self-care and giving you guys a little bit of an insight and perspective in a different way. It's also been pretty massive for me. Like, I'll give you another example. To me, self-care is like I wanted to have everything moved out of the apartment, which was like a very lofty, crazy, not really thought through that much. And instead of forcing myself to go through it and just saying, I'm just going to do it just because I said I would, I was like, I'm pretty much smoked from like 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock, whatever, 6 o'clock. But all right, I'm going to just tap out at this point and let my body have the ability to forcing myself through it. Yeah. Now, with the caveat of sometimes in life, we will have to push through as an athlete, as a fighter, as in different things. I've learned to push through. This is like retraining not to push through. Retraining, like slowing down, putting on lotion on my skin, taking care of myself, being able to take care of my skin, or just having a moment. It doesn't have to even be all these things, but inviting that pause and a different experience, a different perspective. It's like really what I wanted to create with this giveaway, and hopefully some excitement for you guys, some value for you guys. And maybe you might be able to win it and use it where you never really would have prior, or give it to someone and they're going to be really excited about it and pretty soon.
Yeah, self-care too. Like if you think about those moments, like even his moving is a good example, but the moments where you're pushing through and you're like, oh, I have to do this today. What happens? You end up getting super burnt out. Okay, you go till late at night. You don't probably eat properly. You're eating like trying to get stuff done and trying to, you know, eat whatever you can in the middle of a move, right? You're like until 10 or 11 or 12 midnight. You know, it's freezing cold outside. We're entering, so we've had some really cold nights here. It's like getting down into the teens and 20s at night. It's freezing cold outside. And so the next day you wake up and you don't feel good. You got sick, and now you're going to be sick per week. So it's like you make these little trade-offs in the moment where like, oh, I'm just gonna push through, but then what ends up happening is your body breaks down. So better to just listen, if you can, within reason. Sometimes we have deadlines and stuff, and honestly, he was on Saturday, but we just decided, well, they're gonna have to wait till Monday because it's pretty much moving by himself. I'm super pregnant, not like very helpful in the moving department. And it's a lot to move like a couple kids and a bunch of furniture and stuff in the apartment. So,
and that one was on me too, if I'm being honest. This is an interesting thing when it comes to self-care. I could have planned it a little bit better.
Totally part of it. Yeah.
But I'll also track back a little bit. This is just so you guys have this experience. My thought process is I've had other priorities. Since the storm, a lot of things have shaken and moved and look differently. So when I think of the list of priorities, I'm like, all right, I'll deal with that, which is not what everyone would do, not what Carrie would do, not maybe even the smartest thing for a variety of reasons. But this is the inevitability of how it ended up. So sometimes self-care is looking out for future you too. It's another version of it. It's like, okay, I'll take a little bit more time today to plan ahead. So the idea of measure twice, cut once, or hey, I'm gonna start packing. I'm gonna go to my apartment, start packing boxes ahead of time, and then it'll be easier to just load everything up. So the notion of like taking little steps of self-care, even with lotions and cream and whatever else in our giveaway package or other versions of that, to me helps with because honestly I would have probably hurt my back.
Yeah.
If I didn't handle it.
The idea of bite size, like if you have a big task or a big living thing you have to do, like taking bite size every day and then being confident of how your mind feels, how your body feels, what your bandwidth is for that day. We're obviously we've got another baby on the way, almost 4 kids. Like we're in the middle of not only are we moving him out of his apartment here, but we're also moving from here to another place in the next couple of weeks, all in the Christmas season with Thanksgiving and family and various functions going on. So it's like it's just a high push through type of season. But to Michael's point, you have to be conscious. I would recommend, and I think we've learned from this experience, to be conscientious about taking bite-sized little pieces of the human's task so that when the day comes and we have to do the big push, it's much more manageable than, we have to pack everything in this one day. And it's just us too. Like, it's just not doable. But luckily, we're self-aware enough to go, you know what? It's 6 o'clock. It's dark. We're cold. We're hungry.
I'm going to
mosey on and try again tomorrow. And we'll just pay more money for adjustments. Yeah, learn our lesson.
And that's like on me. And then I think about like, okay, being able to do this live stream also was really important to me, not being totally warm. Or even we had the kids Friday, so being able to decorate the Christmas tree and get that set up. It's like looking at what's the priorities. Sometimes self-care is like making sure I have time with the kids and not, running back and forth to my apartment to pack things up and being able to have that time and decorate that. Because then remember this, we made cookies, we decorated, and I'm actually going to highlight. I was just talking about
highlight the cookies.
Highlighted the serum that we have for one of our cleansers, but I'm actually going to go and highlight the actual extension cord we're using, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah. The extension cord is really helpful.
Hands in. I see you, dude. I got you. In. I'm going to say Hanzala. I'm horrible at pronunciation, so correct if I need that, but I got you. So, yeah, what I just highlighted is actually the Smart Power Strip. And this is I'm going to roughly say 6 foot. It says 5.9 feet. I'm going to say 6 feet. It's like I use my wingspan pretty close there. And it was just a lot of fun. And we have everything hooked up there. The lights are hooked up to it. And the cool thing I appreciate about this is a simple switch that we can use to just turn it on and off. So I'll show you guys a perfect app. And let me get, also again, quick little plug for our giveaway. And someone just put their names in. If you guys want in on the giveaway, again, it's going to be over a $65 giveaway between all this stuff. And I'm going to throw in some bonus motion that you get to pick from. Just put your name in, and we're going to be doing a live drawing, a Santa race to decide at the end. So we come over here and we'll show you guys the power. This simple feature. Well, being able to just turn it off.
Keep those lights off at night and turn them on in the morning.
And the thing I appreciate about these is not only it has 3 outlets, but it has 3 different smart outlets. When I say smart outlet, you have a lightning plug-in, and then you have 2 USBs. So you can have specialty plugs that are more space efficient too. That's like a big thing with a power strip. It can take up more space. But being able to have that like more space efficient plug is pretty clutch and pretty helpful. Yeah, and then I want to actually, that kind of makes me want to highlight another kind of smart cable. I'll call it a power strip. It's another interesting one. So this is like, what's cool about WBM, they have a couple different like sister brands or kind of collaborative brands. And this power suit is another pretty awesome one because not only again has the same thing, these three more space efficient plugs. You do 2 USB and 1 Lightning or Type C. But check this out. Not only do they have it on the side, so you don't have to worry about it rubbing up or being next to it. So if it's a big charger, it's not going to get in the way. But they also have a just wireless charger too. So for your smartphone, you just plop it right on here. Then you have your more space efficient ones, and then on each side you also have outlets too. So this is like a really cool setup. And then, oh, Petey, I got you in, dude. Pete did. I got you. Yeah, if you guys are also watching on any other platform, hop on over to Amazon. You can enter anywhere, on any platform you're watching, but in order to actually see the Santa race at the end of the stream when we're doing it, you're going to want to be here on Amazon. Also, if you guys like hop in and then you want to circle back, just make sure you're here for the giveaway because I'm going to do a roll call. And if you're not here, you're not entered. We're going to move on without you. I know you guys are here for the long haul of it. So that's kind of some of the things I wanted to tag in from the Christmas tree setup, even like coming back to the self-care. But I want to pause and ask you guys if there's anything in particular you want to see, because we've pretty much covered all the products in our past live streams at this point. So I'm just here to like highlight them in the carousel, talk about them if you guys have questions, feature different things. But most, I'm just hanging out with you guys, especially we're heading into Cyber Monday. We got some deals still in the carousel.
Yeah, we're so excited to go shopping tonight for the kids.
Yeah, like after we do this, we're gonna just kind of very efficiently tax. I just saw my dad's thing. Like, yeah, Dad.
Oh, is he talking about?
Yeah, just because this username's Taxman now, so I just saw that. So yeah, very efficiently take advantage of these deals and enjoy it. So, what do you guys hear about? Otherwise, we're just gonna rant and talk about fun stuff. And hey, Dad. Dad, you want in on the giveaway? We're doing a giveaway.
Yeah, get this for Janet.
Yeah, for Janet. You should totally get in on this. So if you want to get in, I'll put you in. We've got a advanced facial essence and amino acid cleanser. We've got our eye roller, compress, and then a restoring night cream. So all types of fun stuff to get in here.
And they all smell pretty good.
Yeah, and it could be a good stocking stuff. Even just the lotion that we're gonna throw in each, like I think there's 16 in this pack. You could do each individual one as a stocking stuffer too. So that's kind of
fun. I thought about this too. Like I like getting things like that in a stocking, like rather than getting candy. We try to think about self-care and health. Like, yeah, okay, for the kids, you want to put a little bit of candy, but like we don't try to go super hard in the candy. And I was thinking, what else can I get them? And I'm like, maybe like chapstick or lotion. But my 2.5-year-old will strictly just eat anything that I put in there. If it's not food, it won't matter. Yeah. She'll eat chapstick, she'll eat lotion. So we gotta get crafty, like little fidget toys or something this year, I think.
Something exciting that'll like engage them for a bit.
Yeah.
Or we just accept they're gonna make a mess.
No, maybe we could do like his kids are a little bit older, so maybe we can get them a nice face, like a nice hand lotion and chapstick, but
that they won't try and eat.
Yeah, the 2-year-old can't be trusted.
Yeah. I even like, so this is like another random photo. I think this would be like. I'm just like. I'm through, but now I'm going to. Because I highlighted the baby face cream, which is just something I'm just going to go through the carousel to just highlight different things that we have. This is actually like, obviously not for kids specifically, but it's just kind of fun because I'm just a giant kid. And I think this is just like a really cool thing. So when you turn it on, it'll tell you the percentage, where it's at battery-wise. Get those bugs, take them right out. I've yet to really like be able to use this.
We don't really have a lot of bugs right now. It's like season here, so the bugs are gone. But come time spring, he's gonna be getting after it.
Or I'm gonna get so bored, I'm just gonna end up touching this thing and just like see what happens and shock myself. So that'll be an interesting experience. Yeah. But I think that one's just a really cool, tool, honestly. So what we're gonna do now is I want to highlight one of the things that I think will go really well with WBM, but it's not one of theirs. Is we have all 3 of our books, when I say our books, the lifestyle of fitness books that I have that are out on Amazon, they're all 3 on the Kindle right now. I want to do this as a bonus while we're doing our WBM live stream, as well as from Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Actually, today is the last day. It's not going to make it all the way to I can only do 5 days. I went from Wednesday to Sunday. Schedule with you guys.
Today's the last day. Go get your free book.
So it costs you literally nothing. Download it. Really, Delbert, you can. I'm like you've gotten the book. You want to speak to all your stuff, but like you can share with them from your experience. Literally, a massive resource that I've built all of our courses and coaching and principles off of for over the last like 8 years. And I've refined it to the 4th revision now. We're gonna do another. I'm gonna constantly update it. When we update it, guess what? When you have the Kindle, every time we update it, you get the updated version for free. You don't have to get the new one. Okay. You get the downloaded one, you'll get the next one to be updated. So I would highly take it. Yeah, the first week fast in this book is fire. Yeah, Albert knows. And yeah, again, this is something that you did, in my opinion, intelligently. Work with your physician, work with a medical professional, like do that in collaboration with. But again, we not only have the 28-day reset, but we have 2 different cookbooks. One is for barbecue, which is more of obviously depending on where you're at in the world, may not be as relevant.
Yeah.
The other one's our slow cooker.
Oh yeah,
perfect.
I've actually been utilizing those recipes the last couple weeks. We went out and got a slow cooker, and yeah, we've tried.
Turns out I had a crock pot in my apartment.
Yeah, of course we just moved Michael out of his apartment and found his crock pot today, but we couldn't find it at the time. We were like, we want these slow cooker recipes, so we just went out and got one. We had 2 crock pots, but it'll be fine when we have a family of 6. We might need both crock pots to make a dinner. Yeah, you know, sometimes like with the way we eat, sometimes like a whole crock pot is only like 4 or 5 servings.
Yeah, exactly. So, but one of the things I find too that this actually hasn't, I'll be honest with you guys, hasn't stuck as much lately when we get the kids involved to do it. What I have seen, I think doing it enough, getting the kids involved, they'll be more likely to eat them.
Oh
the
yeah,
chili,
yeah.
lentil soup. We're doing. You made a the black bean butternut squash.
Yeah.
And what else was in there?
Quinoa.
Quinoa. Yeah, that one was really good. And just being able, because we literally handle it like. The one thing I will say, sometimes it'll call for you to saute some of the meats if you're going to be in there. You don't actually have to do that. It's more for texture and flavor. It's a bonus, but if you want to make it easy, like I'm literally set it, forget it kind of a guy. So in the morning, before we go off for the day, just throw everything in there, hit a button, out, come back 8 hours later, 4 or 6, and wherever you're at. It smells amazing. So yeah.
Yeah, the house smells so good when you come out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So wanted to just highlight that. Let's get back to the WBM product and even some of the giveaways. I'm going to highlight all the stuff we're giving away, but I'm going to go through just like some of the other products that we have. We talked about that. We got the lotions. We'll talk about the 3-in-1 baby. This is what I think is hilarious about certain products. I just highlighted our 3-in-1 baby shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. I feel like this is very much targeted at someone like I feel like I want a survey. If you guys want to comment this, if you don't want to, that's okay. But I invite you guys share with me honestly in the comments. I think, oh, cool, 3-in-1, that's way more efficient.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, when you see that, what are your the comparative point from like maybe male psyche? Maybe it's not even a male psyche. Maybe it's just my perspective because I like to be very fast, efficient. It's like whatever. I'm curious to your thoughts.
I mean, my thoughts if it's like a 3-in-1 or a 2-in-1 is like just always. I mean, in general, my thoughts are always let me see the ingredients because if it's like supposed to do multiple things at the same time, I'm like, what the heck is in there? Like magic sauce? Like, how are they able to do? Because for me, I mean, I have yet to. I have very long hair. You can't listen to stuff. If you've seen me live, it's very, very long hair. And I've yet to ever use a 2-in-1 or 3-in-1 product for my hair and like actually be able to comb through it on the way out of the shower.
I have.
I need my conditioner. I need my shampoo. Sometimes I even need things to be able to come through it. So I don't know. I don't trust that stuff, but I do feel like in general they're probably marketing more to men. Yeah, and I did look.
Think so.
Yeah, and
we're like maybe an overwhelmed parent that's like.
Yeah, just like
single mom
get it done pretty quick. Not the product, but I use Castile soap. Whatever brand you want, like liquid Castile soap for everything for babies. Like usually there's very, very mild ingredients. It's all stuff that is, my rule is like if I wouldn't eat my skin, I feel so yeah.
Get some more tea.
So yeah, any of these Castile liquid soaps, if you look at the ingredients, it's mostly just essential oils and saponified like oils, usually coconut or hemp or things, and very, very mild smelling. Most of them have an unscented version of soap. So if your baby's really sensitive, just get an unscented version. And my daughter's 2.5 now. I've been using like Castile liquid soap on her since. Honestly, I didn't even give her the first bath until she was like probably like 2 weeks old. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, like I had her at home, and she was just dirty and breastfeeding for like a couple weeks.
Just baby infant life.
And then I was like, okay, like now it's time to give her a bath, whatever. Like happened, inevitable newborn stuff, and I give her a bath. And I've been using that for 2.5 years, and I even use it as shampoo too. But I will say that her hair started getting a little longer, like around 2 years old, I did have to start using a separate like conditioner. It was really fine hair and it was tangly. So even then, like I stuck it for 2 years with just the one product, the liquid soap. It doesn't have anything crazy in it. And then once her hair got long enough, it was like, all right, I can either try to comb her hair to be traumatized because it's painful, or just put conditioner in here and it'll be smooth. So yeah, I don't know, with the girls, like, use conditioner too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no like 2-in-1 that's probably super effective.
No, I mean I've tried like 2-in-1s, and I don't really know.
Yeah.
Like I stopped using them after a period of time. Just once I ran out, I'm like, I'm just try. I was like, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, so I was just curious to see like from anyone else's experience if you're like me. But I'll use this as another like pause, quick little subtle nudge. We got our giveaway going on. If you guys want it, we already got three of you in here. All you gotta do is just comment whether it's I'm in or your name. Honestly, at this point, if you just want to comment anything, I just want you guys to like let us know so I know to put your name in here and then hang out till at some point we're gonna finish it. At the end of this live stream, whenever that is, that's when we're doing the giveaway. We're gonna keep hanging out and circle back. I also wonder, like, what are you guys hunting for like, the deals? Have you got any good deals? Have you got anything that we've shared? Are you looking for something maybe tonight or tomorrow?
Yeah.
We could even talk about some things. I know we're looking. You mentioned the rug.
Oh yeah, so we're about to move into this other house, and we have not gone away. We're pretty small in the house that we're in right now, so we're moving to a bigger house. And we don't need that much stuff, but we replace a mattress, and it's like an extra room, so we get another. The whole house is really old. Actually, it's like a 100-year-old house, probably more.
Yeah.
I think it was built in like 1900 or 1901. It's like super old, but
it's still kicking. Even made it through the storm.
Yeah, it's been completely redone, but it has the original hardwood floors, which are beautiful and wonderful. Very, very cool. So we have carpet in the bedroom here, so it stays pretty warm. And then wood in the other part of the house. But I only have one area rug because of the carpet in the bedroom. So now I need another area rug for the bedroom. And we need to update our couch because our beautiful little futon here, though it has served us well and is very aesthetic, it is highly uncomfortable. We've all concluded that it's highly, other kids like to jump on it, but like it's highly uncomfortable to sit on for long periods of time. And it's pretty small. It like right now the kids are little, we can all kind of like squish on there, but like it's pretty sandwiched. Yeah. So adding another baby in the mix, it's really just a 2-seater futon. It's incredible that we can all fit on there, to be honest. But we leave it folded down as a futon so that we can all
make it work out.
Yeah, but we need probably like a sectional couch. So we're looking for a couch, we're looking for a rug, and we're looking for a mattress, and maybe a couple baby things. Yeah, it seems like there's some really good Black Friday deals going on. I was looking at rugs and I found usually like 8x10 area rugs that are like low pile, run around like 150. Good ones for $150, $250. Or like, so average of like $200, but I found one for like $85 on a Black Friday deal, so we're jumping on that.
Yeah, speaking of which with deals, I do want to highlight one of the great deals that is being run right now for Cyber Monday, which is the Himalayan salt.
Oh,
that they have. So that's like a pretty clutch one. Oh, what's up, Mina? The audio is a little strange, but not bad. Just fine. Oh, thank you for the heads up, Mina. I wonder if it's because we have like 3 different devices connected. I was like, maybe I'll pull. So I'm gonna be honest, guys. When I go on Instagram with my phone, I feel like it impacts the internet. I've had it need this like, yeah. So I'm gonna honestly, as much as I love everyone on Instagram, gonna try and see if we actually turn off the Instagram live stream. If you guys, we're gonna go on Amazon. Sounds like you're in a fish bowl. This might be blocked. I wonder.
Oh yeah, could be.
So all right. Anyways, if you're watching on Instagram, hop on over to any one of the platforms. Specifically, Amazon will be your best bet. I'll see you guys there. Thanks for hanging out with us. And then Nina, thanks for the heads up. I'm gonna see if jumping off here helps or does anything, and if not, we'll play with our microphones because we do have other like Bluetooth mics, external mics, and all that good stuff. So thanks, Nina. How was your Thanksgiving, by the way? How's it going down? And I'm trying to think of other like.
Silver says it sounds okay. He has earbuds in.
Ah, that's it. Okay, cool. That's helpful too. So what Delbert basically said, Nina, is you better get some earbuds. And hey, they got some great deals going on right now. So perfect.
Some this Himalayan glow white salt. Okay, cool. Yeah, because oftentimes they're red, but that one's pretty neat.
Yo, we got to talk about that too. Yeah. So I need to talk about the
yeah.
So we won't air out all this stuff, but yeah, I'm like heartbroken. I already shot him a message. I can imagine he's feeling a mixed bag of emotions. And, yeah, so I'm gonna tell you guys a story. I won't go into Phil's personal stuff. He'll probably come on for a podcast soon. And I was talking to one of our coaches that works with me and also runs his own company and is a fighter currently, Justin Carrillo, or the Jag, as he likes to go by. He just won a title 2 weeks ago now. But I was sharing a story. We actually did an entire podcast on how he actually, Phil, of all people, fractured his skull in sparring. Phil was the one that fractured Justin's skull and got like a golf ball sized dent. Never going to fight again. Came back within 6 months, fully healed, and was fighting, and has won a title since. It just goes to show, like, be mindful of like what you're being told. And exactly, yeah, like taking care of yourself, being able to also, your mind's a very powerful thing. But the point of all of that is, I was talking to Justin because Justin's now lived in Thailand and trained there before. When I talk to people, one of the common variables, if you are ever interested, anyone that's a fighter out there interested in martial arts, and you're thinking about going to Thailand to train, or even in boxing, I find this is a very common thing in the Western boxing world. They're kind of old school, and they make you run more than is necessary. What I mean by that, for at least Thailand, and I love Phuket Top Team. Shout out to them. I was a strength conditioning coach. I was a contracted fighter for them, but I actually got into a disagreement with the crews in the sense we wouldn't fight. We just have a disagreement of, I don't think running a 5K before every training session, twice a day even, is beneficial for your body and your recovery past a certain point. To establish a base foundation of cardiovascular endurance, muscular endurance, cool, serves a purpose. But once you've established that threshold, all the other training you're doing is already feeding that from an energetic perspective, meaning your energetic system should be maintained once you've created a strong foundation.
Yeah.
Now, that's not to say my way is perfect or I'm right, wrong, whatever. I'm just offering something. The reason this all came up is just one of the people that I know, one of my fighters, friends, family, and even I work with, he blew out his knee in Thailand. And we're not 100% sure, but I would very much, my biased opinion, is overtraining, especially from running in the impact. He really had a torn, I want to say an ACL prior from football, and this just exacerbated. He's 25.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's in his 30s and body's. It's like, dude, you're in your prime from a physical standpoint. These things shouldn't be happening as much. Now, obviously, you're playing combat sports world. Those things are going to happen. But the point of all this is to say Thailand and Thai coaches tend to have you run a lot more than what I would deem is necessary. Where I tell all that back, and I think that's a good point. Going back to self-care, if you have this relationship with food, they wouldn't let me fight in the beginning because I wasn't putting in as much of the running stuff and the volume of training for some of the other off days, or when I say off days, I mean like a Tuesday morning session. I would say, hey, I'm going to do strength conditioning on this session, and I'll go to the evening session. And then this session, I'm going to do Dutch kickboxing, so Thai style. I'm going to do these things just because at that point, I've had, dozens of fights. I know my body. I know how I feel. Not that I'm better than the crew. I know better than them. It's just they were approaching it from a hundreds of year old philosophy. Like, hey, this has worked for thousands of fighters. How many guys have gotten injured and lost? You never heard of because of these injuries and the way you train. They made it in spite of, not because of, in my opinion. So all that to say is, like, when you build a level of awareness of your body, even go back to self-care. Even though you're kind of joking, but serious. When you have this level of self-care and trust in yourself, your risk of injuries will go down. Now, I can't guarantee that, but my perspective is you're going to trust your body. You're going to know to be able to take a rest. I got staffed 4 times in 6 months ago. The amount of overtraining and my immunosuppressed kind of components. There's other things like, okay, people are going to come to town for a week and they might have staff and they're not going to care and they're going to train anyway. They don't want to miss out. They spent whatever amount of money to come for that window. But being able to trust yourself is such a massive component and tool that I can't emphasize. I'm curious, like, obviously your thoughts on it, because you not only, we're talking about this before, right? You not only have worked with fighters, but doing as much work you've had with mindfulness, meditation, relation with yourself, like love for yourself, all of those things.
Yeah, you got to advocate for yourself, and it's a tricky place to be, especially when you're 20s. So I feel like in general, 20-year-olds tend to have less of a. I hesitate to say this, like, they just tend to be less self-aware. They have less of a permanent kind of advocating relationships because they're probably more used to an authoritative dynamic, right? Their parents have been telling them what to do most of their life, and their college or their high school and college coaches have been telling them what to do. Now their strength and conditioning and training coaches are telling them what to do. So, it takes longer sometimes, unless you're really self-aware or really intuitive with your body. It takes longer to kind of build like your understanding of where your thresholds are and what your body can stand, and like being able to actually listen to your body, get feedback from your body, advocate for your body. 20-year-olds tend to have a harder time, in my experience, with advocating for themselves and understanding what their body's communicating. By the time you're getting to like your 30s, or at the very least to your 40s, usually you have a little bit more awareness of what your limits are, what's good for you, what's not good for you, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Or you're aware of the areas where you don't have that understanding and you seek out a professional who can help you gain understanding, because you recognize that not having it is going to be a problem in the future. So it's interesting watching many of these 20-year-olds who are, like, to your point, in the prime of their lives and have nothing but potential, like their bodies are breaking down because of overtraining.
So Nina shared an interesting point too. I'm curious your thoughts on that too. And then I'll like elaborate my own, I guess. This is actually perfect. Oh yeah, all right. I got you in, Nina. And I'm also going to highlight the massage gun too. This is one I actually haven't tried yet, but I'm just going to highlight it. It's kind of feeds into the stuff. I'm talking about her coming right here. Yeah, so Phil, like, he actually apparently where I really fully push it was in childhood. Yeah. I think it was an interesting component of. I'm going to share my theory on this, and I'm curious about yours too. The potential of, like, let's say you're stretching, right?
Right.
From my experience, stretching is seldomly going to do the injury. It can with the tissue. It can like really push past a certain threshold, but it's what you did prior tends to feed a lot into that. Or from a fighter perspective, if we're so conditioned to push through everything, right? Like you've talked about, you right? You teach. You don't want to push too hard.
Yeah, I always tell people, if you're experiencing any discomfort, stop where you are and take a deep breath. Don't go any further. And if you're experiencing any pain, completely come out of the pose. If you're experiencing anything pain, completely come out of the pose and come to something that's more resting, like just on all fours, or just sitting upright, or whatever it is. Depends on where the source of pain is coming from. A lot of people, excuse me, like their wrists, their ankles, their knees, their hips, like all of these kind of connective joints. And your pain signal or your discomfort signal is your body's way of telling you that you've gone too far, or there's a problem. So, it's interesting. But like to your point, fighters, they tend to have this mentality of like, oh, if it's painful, push through, or oh, if I can't stretch harder, just push a little further. And honestly, I'm a big component of dynamic stretching too, especially for fighters and stuff. Even if you're super warm, I like the idea of dynamic stretching because I think it helps build trust for your body. Like basically, it helps your body build trust for your mind. Because if you're just going into a full pose, it doesn't matter if it's something simple as child's pose. You're just going to a full pose and you're sitting there and you're taking a few deep breaths and you're sinking deeper and deeper into the pose. It's perfectly fine if your body's already super supple and flexible. Yeah. If your body's not super supple and flexible, if you're recovering from an injury, or if you're very tense in context of fighting, right? There's a lot of tense, right? Your muscles are constantly tensing up to defend yourself, to exert power. If you're coming from a heated body that's been very, very tense, better to do the dynamic stretching. You're far less to injure yourself going dynamic. You're not going to go as far as possible if you're doing dynamic because your brain's already going, oh, I have to move to this next.
I'm scared of doing
next position.
Don't be scared, Albert. It's going to be okay.
Before I can. I trained fighters. I taught yoga for fighters specifically for a while, and I saw a lot of very similar patterns and a lot of very interesting things. Like beautiful, sometimes really powerful, muscular, very like self-aware of certain things in the musculature, like a good brain-body connection, but like almost very, very rarely did I encounter fighters who were super supple. And very
sensitive. Earlier in their career, probably.
Yeah.
And I think an important touch point too is like you mentioned dynamic movements. I wanted to just clarify, what does that even mean? A lot of us, like people that you may be listening or kind of tuning in, you may not even know what does that mean. There's usually two categories, and there's a variety of actual categories, but like two most prevalent ones that get compared are called dynamic stretching and movements and static stretching and movements. So dynamic would be I'll literally just demonstrate them to you guys. So I'm going to go here in the background, but dynamic is movement through a active range of motion versus static is a holding of a position.
And specifically with the dynamic stretching that I recommend, it's attuned to the breath. So you're always having one movement on the inhale and one movement on the exhale.
Ooh, okay, so that's even different than how I've classically used it. So what I mean by is like this type of a dynamic stretch, like Frankenstein's or hip flexion, this movement is a very dynamic base. So I'm swinging and I'm moving, but what I can do to you when there's like that, I probably change the pacing and rhythm to match what you're talking about.
So what I'm talking about, let me clarify, is yes, it's a movement, but Michael's pacing, the fast pacing, is not what I recommend for fighters. And this is the interesting caveat because fighters are used to moving in quick movements constantly, all the time, right? So their muscles are highly tuned and trained to make quick movements and contract and release and very, very fast. So specifically with fighters, what I like to do is slow dynamic movements because this is how you build the body-mind trust connection. And it's how you actually regeneratively repair tissue, specifically with the breath. That's why it's so important to slow down your inhales and exhales because if you're taking deep inhales and exhales, you're getting better cellular regeneration, you're clearing debris in the cellular body faster. So it's not just about the movement, it's about the breath. So you're inhaling, taking a deep inhale and taking a deep exhale. Usually on the exhale is when you're going to do the extension, whatever the stretch is.
So and I like right here.
Yeah,
so
and on the inhale. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yep. And then inhale coming back up. So you don't want to pause in your exhale or inhale. It's continuous inhales and exhales, but very slow and controlled. So the more slow and controlled you are, the deeper you can get your breath, the better you're going to help your body and your cells be able to clear out debris and regenerate. And it will increase flexibility. It's just sometimes it's a trick of the mind. You don't necessarily see it when you're moving dynamically. Like if you start, let's say you do a series of 4 or 6 of the same movement, inhale, exhale, for dynamic stretch. I guarantee you that the first time you do it and the last time you do it, you've gained range of motion. It might only be a quarter inch, half inch. Sometimes it can be an inch or 2, 3 inches. But it almost is a trick of the mind to not recognize that the range of motion has been increased. You don't necessarily need static stretching to increase your flexibility.
I'll show like the difference in the static or traditionally static, which to work the similar muscle group, the hamstrings. This to me would be a static stretch. So my leg is elevated. We can even do it from the floor, and I'm gonna just get into a position where I feel so stretched, but not uncomfortable. I'm just gonna breathe. This would be a very traditional static style stretching, which I like the idea of inviting breath to it. And then the notion of why are we doing it?
No, this poor table's not here. This is an old table. It's like 75 or 80 years old.
It's really shit, don't put me there.
But after a series of dynamic stretches, a static stretch is possible, but I would say that to be the same exact stretch that you've been working on dynamically. So you do the dynamic stretch maybe 4 to 8 reps, and then you can hold static for like something like 4 to 8 breaths, depending on your suppleness, your flexibility. But you want those breaths to be deep, and you want to make sure that when you're holding the static pose, you feel zero discomfort. You should feel zero discomfort. Each time you exhale, the thought, what I tend to help to focus on is not in stretching deeper, but the thought is just relax deeper. So each time you exhale, think about relaxing deeper. Yeah, and it depends on the stretch. Like if I'm stretching my hamstrings, like in the one you were doing, I would say concentrate on relaxing your lower back. Because if you relax your lower back, you're going to be able to pull deeper. So it's kind of like, indirectly, facilitating more deeper stretching. But if you feel any kind of discomfort, or specifically you feel any pain, I would say go like retract a little bit or just hold where you are. You don't need to stretch deeper. What's really important is that you're getting those deep breaths and targeting those muscles and the fascia and the connective tissue at the same time.
Boom.
Which of course is all probably very boring for fighters. They're just like, I just want to knock everyone out.
That and like
I don't want to
think like when you think of like, all right, if I have so much energy in a day, if I think of right, how much am I allocating to all these other things? Really tend to be technical. I want to get technically more proficient. I want to get stronger, and I want to get faster.
Yeah.
But what tends to not cross our minds is like, again, self-care, slowing down, having intentionality, breath work will facilitate more in those areas as well and have more sustainability, longevity, and impact when we fight that versus just doing it, with these niche areas alone. But the one thing I want to circle back to too is from that neuro component is like the way I think of dynamic versus static in any capacity is like dynamic is also really helpful for in the way I was doing it, priming your brain prior to movement. Like because we're doing those fast twitch types of movements, priming your body for that becomes helpful. Then at the end of the workout, slowing down, longer holds, 15, 30, 60 seconds, and allowing your body to know, all right, fight or flight system can turn off. We can transition into our parasympathetic or our rest and digest system, which allows us to truly recover, allows us to maximally absorb the nutrients from our food and digest it, allows us to get better quality sleep. So being able to have all those things and understanding that becomes valuable. But if you're not going, like I'm grateful, I went to school for that. I had great strength coaches and parents that allowed me at 16 to be able to work with strength coaches because they were willing to pay and invest into those things. But not everyone has that. That's why I'm really big going to Greenville, working with some of our fighters over there, spreading that education and being able to facilitate that. But even if you're not a fighter, you don't care about all those things. I think, and Delbert's talking about doing yoga, right? And he was talking about his last class was restorative yoga. It's pretty much just something.
Yeah, restorative yoga is really nice. It's very gentle relaxation, but they'll have you do very long holds. And it's the same idea, right, with the static stretching. You're not in any kind of like crazy position. It's very gentle stretches, but you're doing long holds. And the point is deeper and deeper and deeper relaxation and nice, long, deep breaths. And again, to Mike's point, it's really just engaging with the parasympathetic nervous system for like an hour straight, which is super helpful. When if we could stay in parasympathetic pretty much all day, except for what we really need to use, sympathetic nervous system regenerating really fast, and most all of us are super flexible and super supple, but the reality is the sympathetic nervous system most of the time unless we like to sleep.
Which is a perfect
transition. Just like training it.
So what can help and why I keep going back to this is self-care can help you regulate the system. So we're gonna try to do it's already like been an hour. So it's or almost an hour. So it's time to do our giveaway. Everyone on TikTok, if you want in on the giveaway, now's the time. You got to hop on over to Amazon. I can put the comment, or I can put in the comments. Well, also, you just have the link in my bio. But I'll put the comment for the link. You guys can hop on over here. Give us a minute here. Everywhere else, you guys stay tuned. If you're watching on Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube, you'll be able to see the screen share. But if you want to jump on Amazon, that's even better. I'll comment in here, and then we're going to end the live stream. So you guys got to come over and hang out with us. Let me put it out.
Find out if you won your prize.
Yeah.
Somebody's getting a little self-care Christmas gift.
Who wants it? Or be able to gift it. No flash. Color. I got you guys. Don't worry. And hopefully you guys enjoyed, were entertained. I'll give it a minute over there. I'm going to screen share. Do a little roll call as well to make sure everyone that was here is still here. That's the key. You can't throw your name in and then not be here.
Because if we can't reach out to you to give you your prize,
can't do it. So here's the names we got: Delbert, Hans, Petey, and Nina. I'm gonna just do a quick roll call for you guys to make sure you're here. Again, the winner is gonna get this giveaway package, and you're gonna in real time be able to tell us which lotion you want as well, and then I'll mail it out to you guys. That being said, TikTok. Hopefully you've had enough time. Come join us on Amazon. We're about to do our giveaway. See you guys on the next one. Boom. Okay, so now it's just us, y'all. It's just us. Oh, Hans is here. Nina's here. Delbert's here. Let's see if Petey's here. So pretty much got everybody. Petey, I'll give you like a minute. Got y'all. Petey's here. He's all about it. Kudos to you guys. All right, so it's Santa race time. So this is like, so notice I put the names in. Boom, we're going to do it for a 1 minute. Set our 1 minute race. Everyone's got their own Santa.
They're so
we're
cute.
We're gonna shuffle it a couple times so no one thinks there's any kind of like tomfoolery going on here. I'm gonna bring the volume down so you don't worry about it. And then it's time to get off to the races.
Here, can you lower this so we can see this lower Santa's like feet moving?
I also gotta hit play.
Yeah.
Boom, we're off to the races, y'all. So again, we got our giveaway set. I'm gonna highlight it now as part of what's on the line. Who we got? Always fun because in the beginning, someone always pulls out and they always
Really?
It's like in the last 30 seconds or 15 seconds, that person tends to make a sprint. And that's the winner. Like at this point, maybe Nina. I'm sorry, Nina, you're probably not going to win.
Oh,
Like just from what I've
no.
seen of these
Oh,
races, right? It's like so unfair. Why do you do this to me? And then I'm going to highlight it on all of our natural hand lotions. You guys can pick out what. Right? I remember. Yeah, Nina, you know what's up. Like, so if I had to put my money on anyone, I'd put my money on like Delbert or Hans, like sprinting in the last second. That's kind of what I've seen with these Santa races. What tends to happen. See,
Mina's getting tired.
See, 10 seconds. We have to do the endurance race. Here we go. This is the final. See, like totally, like Hans and Delbert is going to make a sprint at the end.
What?
Oh no, it's totally going to be Nina.
What?
All right, I talked all that smack, and I was completely wrong.
Oh, Rudolph was waiting for her.
All right, so congrats, Nina. You win. Well done. Yeah, like I took all this.
I know. He's like, Nina, you're not going to win.
So
see, it's because you said that.
So I was trying to teach the girls reverse psychology this weekend, by the way.
Oh my god.
Remember, Doubler? You can't. So I was trying to teach the girls reverse psychology because I think Anna had, I don't know, one of the jellies.
Yeah, she had something in her hand that one of the other girls wanted.
And so Lena specifically. So Lena's the oldest. She's 6. I'm like, all right, you can kind of understand. I'm like, instead of saying, you give me that, say, you won't give me that.
Yeah.
And then what did she immediately do?
Yeah. I'm like hesitant even to teach psychology, but
yeah, that's like
Michael's always getting down with the advanced lessons that end up backfiring for us later.
So yeah, so now the real question is, Nina, you get to pick. You have like 20 different friends. Let me actually see. I'm sorry, 16. I keep saying 20. I want you to click on the product. I'm going to screen share. Tell me which one you want from the aromatic component. Let's go through here. We got all the different ones. Mike, I'm going to email you a gym update. Oh, I totally want to hear a gym update.
I think this shows a bunch, but it's only 4 different scents. I'm pretty sure it's 4 different scents.
I think you're right, just different colors.
Yeah, they're all the same color. It's just repeating patterns of the same 4 scents.
Yeah, like what? Green, orange, pink, and purple. Touche. So
yeah.
Let me know which one you want, and I'll take care of it. Again, you got one of these. You got all
purple
this.
Always. She got. I think that one's lavender. Yeah, that one's pretty good.
I gotta make sure it's one I didn't open.
Yeah.
I got you. Look, some of them I opened, some of them I didn't. This one's an unopened. Look, Nina, everybody, you're the witness. This is going to be a nice little package we got sent out. The cool thing, without giving away too much, frankly, I don't have to send this one out. I could probably meet you at the gym or something.
She's close enough. It worked out well for us. We were shipping this.
And I am not, if you guys have ever won anything, you know, like digital stuff is more at my alley because it's way easier to put back on. I am, for whatever reason, so opposed to shipping.
We just talked about this recently. Like, I love going to the post office. I don't know why. I'm probably the weird one in that scenario, but I do like going to the post office and like mailing my Christmas gifts and just like, yeah, I don't mind it.
And thanks for everyone joining the fun too. So now we're gonna again get our own Cyber Monday shopping on. Do a little like self-care for our own selves.
Scour the internet.
Finish watching the end of the Matrix. The 4th one,
and house items.
I love the post office.
See,
dude, I do not.
It's so fun, like going and shipping your gifts.
Nothing about that is fun. That's just my experience. So, like, what do I know?
Right. I always feel so fulfilled after I'm done too. I'm like, oh, I'm so excited for everyone to get my gifts.
Right, like I just took over everything.
Yeah, I usually have such good interactions with the postal workers too. Like sometimes they're crappy, and I just crack jokes and have a good time. And then they're like, "I'm glad you came in." I'm like, all right, yeah, you are.
Post office like sweet, right? Like he gets it. Maybe it's I don't know.
All right, maybe it's a guy girl thing. Maybe all the post office workers are nicer to women.
Yeah, they're like, stop. I'm trying to take you out, and all the guys are like, no.
Yeah.
Like do something uncomfortable and nail it.
There you go.
Thanks, Nina. So how about this? I'll totally do that, but you won't get it till March. Like it's gonna be like months from now. It's actually that's a good opportunity for me to do something I don't really.
Very true. We're about to mail a bunch of Christmas cookies to family. So Michael will be in the post office with me on those days. I'll be sure to make him tag along.
Touche.
I'm not gonna say make you, but
I will
consciously
tag along
and coercively invite
say the least. I will tag along. Well, okay, y'all. Time for us to roll. I'm actually gonna do some more. Again, we got our weekly live streams with WBM every week. We just like timed it on Sunday this week just for Cyber Monday deals. Good night. Yeah, Delbert. And we will see you guys next week. We'll have more coming at you. Later, y'all. Congrats again, Nina, and thanks everybody else for just joining the fun. And then, boom.